Hey guys, it's Marsman here, and welcome back to Dark Souls. This is going to be episode 5, or this is episode 5, not going to be because you guys are watching it and it's episode 5. So today I'm going to do what seems to be one of the more significant bosses of the game because it really shows you kind of what the scale of the game and what you have to do really. In a sense, you could say it's like 1/3 of the way because the goal of the game is to ring 2 bells to kind of open up a new part of the world and do some other bosses and kind of finish. So I always kind of, not that they're equal portions, but I always put the game in thirds where everything leading up to the first bell is 1/3, everything leading up to the second bell, and then you do the last act or the third act, which is actually probably the longest part because there's so much there. But basically kind of that's how I split the game in parts anyways. So I'm going to be showing my first co-op at this game, kind of explain to you guys how it works. I'll probably do that now while I just do stuff you guys have already seen. I had to clear out this part again because I went at the bonfire and I hadn't killed that kind of magician dude. So yeah, I have to go through this part again, and I'm a little bit more reckless. The guy tried to get me, and he used some magic spells, and it was close. Oh, sorry, just had to get a drink of water. It's a long enough commentary to just talk through 20 minutes, so I may take the occasional sip of water, just like my guy just did with the Zestus flask. So yeah, the co-op in this game is kind of random. It doesn't work like a co-op like other games where you just invite your friends or whatever, kind of open a match. You never go to a menu or anything. Basically, once you turn human, which I will do, if you see that 3 in the top left corner, those are the humanities I've picked up throughout the game thus far. And what the humanities do, they allow you to turn human. Right now I'm kind of a skeleton, so that's in hollow form, and that's the mechanic of the game. Once you turn human, you are online, basically. Otherwise, once you're hollow, it's an offline mode, more or less. There are certain risks and rewards to actually go online to turn human. One is there are some NPCs, non-playable characters, which can help you out. I had mentioned that Solaire was one of those guys who helps you out. And at certain bosses, and not necessarily through areas, just right before a boss, you will be able to summon him. Certain ones, not all of them. And he can help you out, really make things easier by having 2 people against the boss rather than 1. And the NPCs are actually pretty good for the most part at doing a lot of damage and doing a little bit of crowd control, which is kind of an MMO term. But basically that is, I guess, kind of disabling one opponent for you to be able to kind of focus on others if need be or whatnot. So it kind of works like that. I was really hesitant with this guy. His kind of soul spears, which it looks similar to a soul spear, so I'm going to call it a soul spear. You guys may see later on. I was really hesitant here, and I didn't know. I don't usually fight him like this. Usually I have a big sword, I can do a lot of damage and kill him. And then he almost got me right there, but I knew he was low enough health that I could sneak in for another hit or 2 and kill him. But yeah, it was close. So I had asked you guys if you wanted to play, to just let me know, and we would do some online together. I haven't gotten any responses, so in this video I'm gonna have a couple randoms, but still, if you guys have the game and you're interested in playing, let me know, because I'd rather play with you guys and talk on Skype, maybe do a commentary. You know, you guys can talk to me while I play or whatnot, and try to get it together. But anyways, the tough thing to do is when you have friends, you kind of have to coordinate it well, because the way the online is, once you're human, you can get invaded. If you get invaded, basically somebody, I guess, hack is such a bad word for it, but somebody comes into your world that is another real life player, and this can only happen when you're human, and he invades your world and he can kill you. if you then you lose your humanity, you go back hollow. If you kill him though, you can gain some souls and a humanity or whatnot. If he does that, he kind of gains the same. So it works like that. But then that's the kind of negative thing about it. Especially sometimes you go through like a really big area and you just pass a whole bunch of big challenges, and then you get invaded at the end before you can reach another checkpoint or a bonfire, and you die, and then you gotta go back, and it's really disappointing. It happened to me at what I found the hardest part of the game was, and that I mean, that bummed me out. But it's part of Dark Souls, is you learn from your mistakes, and you kind of carry on. You get better and better every time. So it's a really nice system. Now the upside is you can play cooperatively, and you can play cooperatively with 2 more people, so you can be a group of 3, and you can fight bosses together, clear out certain areas. But the one thing is, if you have already defeated a boss of that area, you can't summon people into your world. So that's kind of how it works. But then again, you're not necessarily going to areas where you haven't defeated bosses. It's always a progression. So that's how it works. What's necessary for that is you more or less want to be within 10 soul levels or 10 levels within range of someone you're trying to summon. So that's why the co-op in the game's a little bit difficult, because you won't always get your friends' summon signs. So it's a little tricky, but it can be done with a little bit of patience, a little bit of time. Like you'll see here coming up in a minute or two. It probably took me about a good 3 minutes to get a summon in. I sped it up really fast for you guys, so that you don't have to sit and watch me summon or fail summonings. And that has to do with sometimes people will kind of cancel their summon signs or whatnot, and not necessarily kind of want to play. So maybe they're waiting for a friend and they see you summon them, so they cancel it or whatever. So that's kind of what goes on. So I totally got off topic here. Well, on topic, but I totally missed what happened. If you guys noticed, a minute or so back, I turned human to get that summon, but I also used one of my humanities to kindle the bonfire. I do this at a few bonfires that I know I'm going to use a lot. What kindling does is, just like the bonfires that have the firekeepers, they allow you to get 10 Estus flasks, and because I knew I was going up against the boss, I wanted the 10. Another reason being is you're in charge of healing your cooperative partners. If they get hit, you can heal them. Now, they have a way to heal themselves if they have the right magic, but considering I haven't done that, I don't want to go too much into detail. So you're really in charge of looking at your cooperative partner's health and kind of healing them up, topping them off. So I wanted 10 for the battle and not necessarily the 7 or 5 I would normally have. Now you can see the fog gate there. That's what I'm talking about. The summon is for the area only, where the boss is. So I can't bring them back to the bonfire once I have somebody in there or anything like that. So it's kind of a touchy thing, but it's a cool system. Definitely interesting. I'm interested to see what happens with Dark Souls 2 with summoning and stuff like that. And now I got my first guy. So Randomism 44, thank you. And I'm going to get Manir Carrillo as well. There's a nice little honor system here. You see he waved. So I'm just going to bow every time I summon someone, every time I finish a boss. I like bowing kind of as a thank you and a respect, because you don't really talk to people in the game. This is a really like lonely loner type experience, and they do that. And you can't even be in an Xbox Live party or any type of party chat or anything like that while you're even playing the game. If you do, it boots you out of the game. So really interesting thing. Now I realized that guy had a huge sword and he was doing big time damage. So I now, because I saw one attack, I know how powerful he really is. He was able to take out that guy in one hit. So I know that maybe I can provide him my shield, because I'm doing like 14 damage with my little thief knife. So it's really not a lot of stuff. Right there, that Manir guy did 57. So I know these guys are much better than I am. So I'm probably the guy who's going to take the hits on the shield, so they can actually kill the boss for me. And that's just a different strategy. If you're more like a tanky, strong character, then you can help someone out like that. Or if you know, if you like magic from far away, then you got to play with each other's strategies, and you can't communicate. So it's a really interesting thing. You have to look at this and how they work. You got to see these observations, because if you don't, then you could get in trouble, because it's really easy to get in trouble in this game when push comes to shove. It's last minute decisions, and if you're not planned properly, then you're gonna get into shit, really. So here's the gargoyle, the first boss. You saw the bell there in the tower. That is the first bell you have to ring. It's kind of a nice contrast. There is a bell kind of in heaven and a bell in hell, which you'll see a bit later on. But that's how it works. And this is a walkthrough, so I'm not afraid of spoiling a little bit, saying a little bit of stuff like that, but I'm not going to spoil it and be a complete asshole about it. But if you guys are watching this, then you may have played before and are just looking for tips or whatnot. Now, this is one of the bosses where you can cut the tail off, and I try to do that right away. Randomism got it in one fell swoop, so that was nice. Now, you saw that guy got hit, so I decided I would try to hit the gargoyle a couple times and get him off of him, because it broke his guard. And very, very easily we killed him, and the second one spawned in. So a second gargoyle spawns in about half health, which is a little odd, but randomism just straight murders him. So this was a lot easier than it looked. The boss battles are not so easy, and especially if you're playing alone, it's a little tough to manage two gargoyles, but with a little bit of movement and whatnot, it's not too much of a bad fight. It really isn't. And I got 10,000 souls for it. Very nice haul. So yeah, I'm just going to make my way up, ring the bell, and then you'll see from there what happens. Excuse me. So the game, like I said, that's what I consider a third. But I've hardly done anything. It's just been 5 episodes. It does not go to say that this will be kind of like a 15 episode series like that. No, it's just the first part of your kind of 3 missions is done. So that's why it's a third. Very, very nice location. I like the way it looks. So I kind of pan around for you guys to see. Even though the camera kind of does it on its own during the little cutscene, but really cool. If you notice right there, that area is something we will see eventually. Basically, most of the stuff you see even in the distance, you kind of get to explore. There's a little bit of stuff, not so much, but other than that, it's pretty cool, pretty nice. Okay, so I'm going to make my way back to Andre, I believe. But first, I have a pit stop. You guys saw when I came in here, there was no one there, and now there is this mysterious man.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Kareem.
So Oswald is kind of a preacher. He will absolve you of your sins, as he says. And what that is if you kill an NPC that is good, then you have sinned. And if you sin, you can't. Well, let's just say if you attack an NPC, then he's gonna stay mad at you forever. So you pretty much have to kill him. But then if you kill him, you kind of lose out on what he has to offer and whatnot. But you can absolve your sins and request absolution through Oswald. It does cost a pretty penny. It costs you some souls. Now, the higher level you are, the more souls it costs, so it kind of exponentially grows. So you kind of want to try not to get in the hole there, because it will cost quite a bit if you really, really want to request the absolution. So just something to watch out. Now, I believe, I haven't tested this, but I'm quite certain that once you finish a playthrough and move on to a New Game Plus, kind of everything resets, so you don't really have to worry too much about that. So I'm going to go see Andre. I think I'm going to upgrade my weapon, and then there is a little bit of a progression here I'm going to do. I need 20,000 souls to progress to the area I want to, because you have to buy a certain item. So that's why I am going to fight this guy. I don't know how that didn't parry. And unfortunately, I aggroed 2 of them, so I didn't know what my plan of action here was. I thought maybe I could parry and get a quick hit, and then I realized, no, I'm screwed. Luckily, I have the Turtle Beach on, and I could tell how close they were behind me, and they were pretty damn close behind me while I was running away. So I wanted to heal up, and I wanted to use pretty much all my stamina as much as possible to get as far away as possible. I take a quick turn, I see one guy backing up, and then I know I can heal up and kind of get this done. So yeah, these guys aren't going to give me the souls I need, but any little bit helps in this case. 160 times 2, I mean, it's not a lot, right? But it will be a little bit helpful considering I need a bunch of souls. Normally I would do things a little bit different than how I'm going to do them in this playthrough, but considering I know the game enough and it is a walkthrough more or less, then I'm going to do the smart thing and the thing to save me some souls. And I'm going to fight another boss eventually, probably next episode, or I'll try to do it next episode, but I will need a summon for that. So again, I can't stress it enough that if you guys want to play, do let me know. I was going to buy some Titanite shards to fully upgrade my dagger, but it just... the Bandit's Knife is good, but I couldn't bring myself to buying it and spending... I have to buy 5 Titanite shard, and I couldn't bring myself to spending 4,000 for it and losing that 4,000 towards the 20,000 I needed for the Crest of Artorias. That will open the next area I need. And it was really like a tough debate for me, but I went with like, all right, I'm not gonna get it. These guys are a bastard. I am not able to defeat him with my Bandit's Knife at what it is. It would take forever. I might do the fight in a couple episodes. If I don't have any better weapons, then I will do it, but I think I'll speed it up because it's a tough fight. There's a strategy there where you can kind of you have to work not glitches, but kind of your environment and the way the monsters can't move through the environment to your advantage. And there's a way with the stairs that I just went down to kind of cock block him where he will swing over you and not necessarily hit you. So that's a method that I use to defeat him when I have a weaker character like this. So it's really easy. They're Titanite demons, and they drop some demon Titanite. And yeah, there's quite a few scattered around the game of those guys, and that's how you get your demon Titanite. And they're pretty tough. They range from kind of a like the first one is so-so. Then there are some what seems to be stronger ones. I don't know if they actually increase in HP. I think they do. They must, because some of them seem a lot tougher than just that first one. So yeah, so this is about to wrap up. I want to say again, co-op. If you guys want to play, if you have the game, I don't care if you're a newcomer to the channel. This is the first time you watch one of my videos. If you want to play, leave a message in the comments. Add me on Xbox. Send me an Xbox message. Tweet at me. Email me. All that is in the description for all that information. So I am looking to play. I am going to fight another boss, like I said, next episode, maybe the episode after, depending how well it goes as far as if I can summon. What works for the summon is different time zones. Like if I'll play really early, like in the morning, there may not be as many people on as late at night. So I don't always get to summon people in the right area that I need, depending what time of day I play, because it's not as popular. So it's a little bit more difficult to get, so maybe I have to kind of change my schedule around to do that. So you see that light, that is where the Crest of Artorias goes. That will open up the forest, which is probably the most important area for me in the game, because there is a really nice grinding XP grinding spot. Hidden path ahead, little hidden bonfire here. If you wouldn't see that, and you would never know it's there, quite a struggle. A really big struggle, actually. But I'm about to get out of here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I decided to kindle it just to be safe, because I had an extra humanity and I wanted to use it before I lost it, basically, and it's a really good bonfire. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and comment. If not, leave a dislike and comment, let me know. I hope this walkthrough is going well for you guys. Even if you're not playing the game, I hope you're enjoying the videos. I'm making them as, the most entertaining as I can do with what I got. And again, don't take me for the source of every information Dark Souls. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm just giving you my pointers and helpfulness as much as I can. So thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you next time. Bye.